Well, good morning. I'm actually recording this for the first time ever on my new computer, which sits right next to my old computer. And I've been playing with controls for the past while since I got out of bed and just messing with things and trying to see how everything works, which is why I'm starting a little bit later than I normally start. And I'm just lining everything up and being prepared. The title of the video is My Struggle to Know the Truth. Frankly, until I lost my home, something I never thought would happen because to me it was provided by God for my ministry, and a period that is there. Now, losing control of my own life, I question everything I've ever thought was true. Yes, I feel forsaken by God at a time when I am physically and mentally weaker than I've ever been. My feet are numb, causing me to walk with caution, testing every step I take. My mind is troubled by temporary loss of continuity of thought. I question everything, except I have not let go of the idea that God is a meaningful creator. To me, life has lost its meaning, which is why I say some of the things I say. Is it okay that evil dominates good? Not to me. There must be balance between polarities. Otherwise, creation is out of order. Life becomes destructive in that case. My life has become a struggle to find balance. And I want to actually read a comment from yesterday's video by my friend Joe Delvescovo. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. He said, I can relate to you saying I don't know what truth is anymore. That is all part of their agenda, to create confusion. I believe most everything is a bunch of bullshit. I believe there are many untruths that have been spread for many, many years with the intent to create confusion. They create a mind maze of sorts, which is very difficult to figure out, which puts doubt into our minds. Doubt is an agent of dark forces or Satan. I believe that if you believe something without a shadow of a doubt, we would be able to manifest miracles around us all the time. I do not much care for the created world in which I am forced to exist in order to interact with society for my existence. I too believe that we could have a much better world if, as you call them, the cabal could be stopped. Indeed, somebody, actually lots of my friends keep coming to me with the idea that everything is perfect the way that is. There's supposed to be light and dark. There's supposed to be good and evil. There's supposed to be all of these apparent opposites. And I don't disagree with that. But there is no balance between the opposites. There is no limitation to evil. And yet there seems to be all sorts of limitations to good. There is no justice. There is no fairness. There is no continuity of good. There's only a continuity and an escalation, as I see it, of evil, which has been going on generation after generation for millennia. And especially so in the past couple hundred or few hundred years. Especially so, as the current cabal, the Rothschilds, have taken control of the world stealthily and steadily, progressively getting worse and worse and worse, tightening the controls, tightening the grip. Now, do I believe that things are changing? Yes, I do. I also know that for a lot of people, these changes haven't been big enough and haven't come fast enough. People that have meant well, as I've said in other videos, have lost their homes, have lost their lives, and we as a people have lost our ability to, in many cases, to cope with the situation. Now, I have people trying to tell me all the time, like this New Age doctrine, this New Thought doctrine, that you don't resist. What you resist persists. And I've mentioned this in so many other videos. They don't realize that it's just the opposite in this world. Everything in this world has been turned inside out and upside down and put on its head. There is no justice in this world. And what you allow, the injustice that you allow, persists over and over, life after life, in country after country, all over the world. And the problem, as I see it, is the people that are supposedly spiritual, supposedly those of us that actually have a chance to impact the world for good. Many of us have been lulled to sleep by the false doctrines that I myself got lulled to sleep with to some degree for a very long time in my life. I've been speaking out for a long time, but I ultimately believed that good things were going to keep happening, and that my life was a demonstration that God was actually working through things. Not just me, but a lot of others that I was in contact with, especially through the internet. That many were waking up. Many were seeing the handwriting on the wall and recognizing the truth. And I have come to the place in my life where I believe that the chances of me actually being called to give up my life and to not see the changes that I believed I was going to help bring into manifestation since I was a boy, I believe that may all be for naught, all be a false vision, a false hope, that indeed, if I am to die a natural death, it will be sooner than what I ever expected it was going to be, or the possibility exists that, quote, somebody's going to snuff me. Somebody's going to take me out, and God is irrelevant. The will of God is irrelevant, because God doesn't respond quick enough. God doesn't respond in a way that makes an actual difference in my life and in the world. I'm saddened that what happened on the Bundy Ranch. I'm saddened at the murder and the incarceration of people that were standing up for natural rights and for their own land in the western states, in Oregon and in all of the western states, where it's even worse than it is in the eastern states, where things somewhat are more stable. But in any case, where the heck is God? Where is the one who is supposed to be in control? What is the truth? I mean, I thought I knew. I honestly, folks, I don't know anymore what truth is. I have to question everything. I have to question the love of God, which I didn't used to doubt one bit at all. But I don't have the stability in my life at this point in time to blindly have the faith that I used to have. I'm sorry, I just don't have it in me. It's not there. And a lot of people fight with me and want to argue with me. I can't be in that battle. I'm sorry, I just can't be there. Anyway, I ask for prayers. I'm trying to get through this thing the best I can, and that's all I can do. Thank you for listening, and namaste.